It's a very interesting technology which has now become quite popular and quite prevalent, and most of the law enforcement agencies, in fact, we started it. We were the first to start in the country, and now it's become very common. And every crime, especially whenever it comes to identifying and making a very categoric identity about an individual, his or her relatedness, DNA is the last word. So DNA technology has really become one of the most powerful technology to identify an individual and place him in the context of few people who you want to know how is he or she related. And this is finding more and more applications in forensics, in crime, in paternity testing, in identification of dead bodies, and many other things, including not only there, as I mentioned, even in we did some work where we showed that the Indian tiger is getting a lot of inbreeding is happening because of a lack of gene pool diversity. And we were the first to show that and publish a good paper with the then Conservator General of Forest. And now it is being recognized also by the Government of India that it should be done and tigers should be relocated from one habitat to another so that there is new crossbreeding and fertilization occurs. The second very important thing that has happened today in the country is, every basmati exported out of the country is DNA fingerprinted at CDFD's APIDA lab in CDFD, Hyderabad. And that is to ensure that the basmati is indeed Indian basmati. And that was because Pakistan claimed that Indian basmati is not a true basmati, it is only long grain rice. And we proved that it is a basmati, while Pakistan basmati is also a basmati, but Indian basmati is also a basmati. There's no doubt about it. And that work appeared in one of the top journal of the world. And after that, there was no question. So the government of India has set up a facility at CDFD Hyderabad to ensure that every single basmati is exported out of the country. Every single grain is tested at CDFD, a certificate is given, and then it is exported. So like that, there are many applications of DNA fingerprinting. I think the infrastructure has been one of the issues where, while initial investments are being made by many of institutions, but follow up or maintenance is a problem. I think that is where the private universities will have a major role to play. Government universities and government institutions, except for the IITs, which continue to get support, continue to get facilities, and continue to dedicate revenue for for maintenance of the equipment. The government institutions, particularly the universities and others, will have a problem, are having a problem in maintaining this infrastructure. And I think institutions like this university can really have an upper hand. One of the things that I was trying to talk to people is time has come in this short duration of your existence, very short duration, that this university should now stop comparing with other universities in the northeast or most part of the country. You should compare now with the best institution in the country and see where you are. Instead of saying we are here and these are here, then complacency will come in and you will start falling. You should say we are here and they are there. So I must go there. And that includes, I'm very impressed with the facility, very impressed with the quality of students, very impressed with the quality of publications that I could see very for a very short time I was here. But whatever little I could see, I said, oh my God, this doesn't look like a few-year-old institution. It looks like a really well established and well nurtured institution moving up the ladder. See, one of the things that I did, and I have continued to nurture this view, I don't believe in doing micromanagement, and that's what the leadership should do. Leadership should identify people who would do micromanagement. And I, as a vice chancellor or as the president of the university or whatever, should look at the big picture, how the university can grow up. I did the same thing at the Hyderabad University, appointed two pro vice chancellors. My executive council was very against it. They said, no, you'll be creating power centers. And my response was, I want to create multiple power centers so that decisions are taken by them. I will oversee them what they are doing, but I will not be responsible for doing micromanagement. So that's one thing. And the other thing that was, you make conditions such that you also encourage people to do things different. You can't be asking everybody to do the same thing. Let them do something very ingenious, very, very original, and recognize such activities. Let them be doing such things which are something very, very different. To be honest, I can't answer you because I really don't know what all is happening here. Once I have a full picture, I would be very happy to say, okay, here are the places where I or my team or others who I know, we can bring together. But that's a very good question because that's exactly what I did when I was at the University of Hyderabad. You know, Hyderabad University till today is the only university in the country that had three fellows of the Royal Society as its professors. It had the Bharatnat as its Jnana Peeth awardee, the person who highest literary professor from Delhi. He was a professor at my university at that time. We had, eminent directors, movie directors, as our faculty, as our training, because we have a SN School of Performing Arts. So I believe in bringing the best people. I know what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are at Hyderabad University. So I brought in people, and that really helped. The moment people say, "Oh, so and so is your professor," oh my God, and that really helped. And the other thing that we did was get the best people to visit us. All our foundation day lectures were delivered by either Nobel laureates or top equally. Everybody doesn't get the Nobel. Doesn't mean that others are not as good. They are as good as them. So bring the best people. So when they go back, they say, I went to Hyderabad University. What a lovely place. What a great place. Same thing we did for Jamia Hamdard. So I think it's important to recognize. I would be very happy to help you, but I need to know what are your strengths and where are your things which need to be further tightened and further put in place. From whatever little I've seen him, I think he's an impossible man. I don't know where he gets energy, where he gets a time to devote so much. And if somebody like him is at the helm of affairs, I'm very confident this university will, as I said in one of the lectures today, will not go linearly, but will jump logarithmically. We need more people like him at the level lesser than him. He can't be expected to do everything. So there has to be people who he can delegate, who he has his full confidence, and let them work the way he has been working. So I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have somebody like him to be with you. I think that's perhaps the reason why this university is moving so rapidly and so far, so good. I didn't see much today because there was hardly any time. I just did a quick tour, but whatever little I could see and witness myself, I was really thinking, oh my God, this place has come this far in this short time. And I could only see one person after seeing him function today. The kind of personal involvement in everything. I think he's a class apart.